Since I'm here in Rwanda, I stumbled over a few things I didn't know from Germany. And yeah, I got to know them here. And today I want to show you 5 things I never knew before I came here. The first thing is Motos. People drive Motos all the day. It's not very expensive to drive a moto. You maybe pay like 50 cents to €1, depending on how long you go. And yeah, you just stand at the side of the street and look out for a moto which has an empty seat, and then you wave him, or like some people, I can't do that, but they what is the word for that, whistle. They whistle very loud, and then the moto driver comes over, you get on the moto and you have a cheap ride. And that's like the normal transportation here. There are buses, but there aren't enough for everyone. And to be honest, the motos are quite nice because you can go anywhere you want. You don't have to go to a specific bus stop and then walk from there. But I'm not used to that from Germany. I saw that before in Thailand, but it was different because here you directly sit behind the driver, and in Thailand it was like more next to the driver, not on the same moto. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Thing number 2 I didn't know before was this cock brand anti-mosquito slayer thing. You put it into the power outlet and then you turn it on, and here normally now it's empty, but there's like a liquid inside, and then this whole thing starts to smell a little bit, and apparently it attracts the mosquitoes, and I think they die. I'm not even sure how it works completely, but it works pretty well. When I have it in my room, I turn it on, no mosquitoes. Thing number 3 I got to know the hard way was we were shooting our documentary and we wanted to work in the morning on some stuff, but there was no power. Okay, so it's normal. Sometimes you have like a power shortage and it's not working for maybe a couple minutes, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. But that one was like a few hours. And then I decided to call our landlady, and she said like, oh yeah, maybe the power's out. And I'm like, what do you mean the power's out? Yeah, it's not working. And then we found out there's like a little box at the outside of the house, and you have to put in like a number, like a password or something like that, and you have to buy power in advance to have it. So you can just buy it remotely. You just put in the number and then pay for it. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's not like in Germany where you just pay in advance your money every month, and then at the end of the year you get something back, you pay something more depending on how much you used. Thing number 4 is more or less like a system of how it works, different with the mobile data and how you buy like internet and airtime for your phone. So there are all over the city. There are those like little umbrellas which are yellow when you are at MTN. They are more often. And then there are also like Airtel stores. And those are like the 2 big telecommunication companies. And for me, I pay like in cash. I go to them, say I want to have like 10 gigabytes of internet, and I pay cash. And you can always decide between 3G and 4G internet. 3G is a little bit less expensive, obviously. And yeah, but you can also pay with Momo. It's mobile money. Apparently it's like well known. I think not only in Rwanda. I have to check that. Maybe in more African countries, to be honest. It's a little bit like PayPal maybe, but it's not an app. Every store has a specific number you kind of have to call. You don't really have to call, but you put in like the number field where you normally call people. You put in like a specific code, and then you can pay over this like, I don't know, system they set up. So yeah, that's new to me. Normally you have to put your SIM card into this Momo thing. I never did that because I thought like, okay, I'm only like a few weeks here. Now I'm like 2 more months here, but still I just pay cash and it works out for me fine. So stick to that for now. But for everyone being long-term here, it definitely makes sense, and you can pay like without cash nearly anywhere. So the last point on my list is rain runoffs. There's a lot, like next to every street there's this like rain runoff for the rain, obviously. In rain season it rains a lot, and it rains a lot in a short amount of time, so yeah, I assume they set up this whole system in the whole city to, yeah, protect streets from get flooded. And yeah, it makes sense. So far, I never got stuck in like a flood or like water. So yeah, the other day I read that like another city got like flooded because it was really, really hard raining for like a few hours. Never happened to me so far, so apparently it works. But I don't know that from Germany. Maybe there are like some cities which are especially known for a lot of rain and they built something like that. I mean, yeah, if you know something like that, you can let me know in the comments. And yeah, I would love to learn from you guys too. Thank you for joining me with 5 things which exist in Rwanda I didn't know before. And yeah, next week I have 5 more for you. Thank you.